The moment everyone's talking about from The Bachelor last night, an update on Steven Spielberg's daughter, and probably the juiciest hot take Tuesday to date. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. We need to have a little tell-all. I'm really irritated with like 90% of Bachelor Nation today, and that's because last night, Madison told Pete that she really couldn't imagine getting engaged to him at the end if he was willing to sleep with the other girls during fantasy suites.
I wouldn't be able to say yes to an engagement and continuing to move forward if you have slept with the other women. And I'm not in any way trying to come across as judgmental or hold something over your head, but at the same time, those are my expectations that I'd have in life.
And Peter basically reacted like this.
If I knew that this was gonna be the outcome, I would have never done something like this, but you don't know when you're in the moment.
Somehow, everyone seemed to rally behind her and understand and support her, but I seem to remember less than a year ago, fans ripping Luke P to shreds for asking Hannah B to do the same exact thing.
If you told me you're having sex or you had sex with one or multiple of these guys, I'd be wanting to go home. 100%. But if that's something you're not going through, then I'm just going to continue to grow the relationship and move on.
People are saying it's different because Luke had other unlikable traits and Madison doesn't. But that's a turd burger if I've ever heard one.
You put A and B together? Nope.
Asking someone you love to please not sleep with other people if they're in love with you isn't unreasonable, no matter how annoying or irritating your personality is otherwise.
You're too common, hussy!
It can't be wrong for a guy to do it and right just because it's a girl doing it. The problem with feminists is they think that women should be able to do anything and everything they want, no questions asked, but they'll villainize a guy who does the same thing 5 seconds later.
Lou, get it together. We live in 2019, not the Stone Age.
So what do you think? Was the Madison situation the same or different from the Luke P situation? Last week, we got the Steven Spielberg blockbuster that we never saw coming when his daughter revealed that she was pursuing a career in the adult film industry. She told people that her parents were supportive and didn't have a problem with it all, which I had a big problem with. I'm not a parent yet, but you don't have to be one to know a trash one when you see one. Clearly, this girl has been crying out for love and boundaries her entire life, and when you're given an opportunity to step up and be a father, you throw up deuces and say, you do you? Well, there's been an interesting development though. A friend of the family says that outwardly, Steven and Kate, who are the most evolved parents in the world and love their kids beyond all measure, have always been supportive of Michaela and try to understand her. Obviously, though, they're embarrassed by her sudden public admission of entry into the sex worker world. She also said that Steven and Kate are worried about how Michaela's revelation looks for their other kids who are trying to be supportive but who are also super embarrassed, and said this certainly isn't how they were raised. It looks like maybe Steven isn't necessarily being a pushover dad after all and is really just confused on how to just go forward and deal with this, so just be praying for their family and that Michaela will seek out the help that she needs. Hot Take Tuesday time! Places, everybody!
Hot Take Tuesday.
Yesterday on Ellen, Trevor Noah said that he thinks President Trump should make it even harder on comedians.
There was stand-up shows before Trump. There were late-night shows before Trump. You know, for me, I don't ever think Trump is good for us. You know, if anything, sometimes I wish he would make us work a little bit harder, because now as like a comedian, I'm just like, he did this. And then the people are like, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, then he did this. It was like, what am I? I'm not doing much. I'm just showing you what he did.
Yeah. Has Trevor considered that maybe President Troll, as I affectionately like to call him, knows exactly what to say to keep comedians and people talking about him?
I hear Kofefi.
In her eulogy yesterday, Vanessa Bryant revealed that Kobe bought her the blue dress from The Notebook.
I have never cried so much for a couple I've never even met. I feel like such a fraud fan because I didn't really know anything about who Kobe was as a person until he died, but everything I've heard makes me love him more, and the fact that he bought the dress from The Notebook and told her it was because he wanted them to grow old together like the movie. Rip my heart out and put it in a blender.
Because I want you. I want all of you forever. You and me, every day.
On the mid-season premiere of Walking Dead Sunday night, characters Negan and Alpha appeared in a sex scene. Judging by the reactions on social media, it's the scene that fans were wishing they didn't see. So now you have to see it, Alex.
Great.
Whoa.
I want to express my gratitude in a way that you will understand.
Are you just gonna leave that mask on?
Does my true skin disturb you?
Not at all. Weirdly, the opposite.
Stop talking.
Was this scene more traumatic than Glenn's death? I think it was. I can't get over him saying he's weirdly into the mask. This just goes to show you that even in the end times, guys are still gonna be freaks.
Oh yeah, I'm a weirdo. People looking at me crazy, I don't care though.
We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Hit subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so that you're always up to date on the latest conservative. And follow us at our main home on Instagram at POPlitics.